Have you ever wondered how much energy you waste worrying about things you can't control? We all have, haven't we? Our brains, magnificent as they are, have a knack for concocting scenarios and outcomes that are often beyond our control. It's natural, it's human. But here's the thing, it's also exhausting. Worrying, you see, is like running on a treadmill. You're exerting a lot of effort, but you're not actually going anywhere. It's a mental marathon with no finish line in sight. It drains you, leaving you with less energy to focus on the things that you can actually influence. And that's not all. The constant state of worry impacts not just our mental health, but our productivity as well. It's like trying to drive with your handbrake on. You're using up fuel, but you're not moving forward. The engine's working, but you're stuck in one place. Now imagine for a moment, you're stuck in traffic. It's peak hour, and there's nothing you can do to make the cars ahead of you move faster. You can either sit there, fuming, worrying about the meeting you're going to be late for, or you can shift your focus. Instead of worrying about the traffic, something you have no control over, what if you use that time to brainstorm ideas for a project? What if you use that time to create, to innovate, to plan? That's something you can control, that's something productive and beneficial, and that's the power of focus. It's about shifting your energy from worrying about the uncontrollable to creating the controllable. It's about realizing that you have the power to direct your energy where it can actually make a difference. It's about understanding that you have the ability to create, to influence, to shape your own reality. So next time you find yourself worrying about something you can't control, remember to pause. Remember to shift your focus. Remember to harness the power of creation. Remember, where you direct your energy determines what you manifest in your life. So, how exactly do you shift your energy from worry to creation? Well, imagine yourself as a majestic tree. Trees don't worry about the changing seasons, the rain, the sun, or the wind. These are all elements they can't control. Instead, they focus on growing, adapting, and thriving no matter the circumstances. This is their innate art of shifting energy. To start shifting your energy first, you need to identify what you can't control. The weather, other people's opinions, the past, all of these are beyond your control. Recognizing these uncontrollable elements in your life is the first step. It's like acknowledging the changing seasons if you were a tree. Next, acceptance. This is the part where you take a deep breath and let go. You can't change the weather, right? So why stress over it? Accepting what you can't control is like the tree standing strong amidst a storm. It doesn't try to fight the wind, instead it bends and sways, allowing the wind to pass through its leaves and branches. Now comes the exciting part, redirecting your energy towards what you can influence. This is where you shift from worry to creation. Remember, just like the tree, you have the power to grow and adapt regardless of the circumstances around you. You can control your actions, your thoughts, your attitude. You can choose to learn, to create, to smile, to love. For instance, you can't control the global economy, but you can control how you manage your finances. You can't control traffic, but you can control how you utilize your time during your commute. You can't control how others react, but you can control how you respond. It's all about shifting your focus from the uncontrollable to the controllable, from the external to the internal, from worry to creation. It's about nurturing your growth, just like a tree nurtures its branches and leaves, regardless of the weather. Like the tree, you too can flourish by focusing on your own growth, regardless of the circumstances. Shifting energy sounds great in theory, but how do you do it in practice? It may seem like a daunting task, akin to standing at the base of a towering mountain, staring up at the peak that seems miles away. But just like climbing that mountain, shifting your energy is a journey, not a destination. It's about focusing on each step, rather than the potential obstacles. So, let's break this down into practical steps to make the task less intimidating. First up, practicing mindfulness. Now I know what you're thinking, I've heard this before, but what does it really mean? It's actually quite simple. Mindfulness is about being present, being fully engaged in what you're doing at the moment, rather than ruminating on the past, or worrying about the future. It's about acknowledging your thoughts and feelings without judgment, and then letting them go. You might find it helpful to set aside a few minutes each day for a mindfulness practice, such as meditation or deep breathing. These practices can help you to tune into your inner self and become more aware of where your energy is currently focused. Next, setting goals. This is a crucial step in shifting your energy. When you have a clear goal in mind, you can channel your energy towards achieving it, rather than wasting it on unproductive worry. Your goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, or SMART for short. Think about what you want to create, and then break it down into smaller, manageable tasks. Each task you complete will bring you one step closer to your goal, and each step is a shift in your energy. Finally, taking action. This is where the magic happens. All the mindfulness practice and goal setting in the world won't make a difference if you don't take action. Start by identifying one small step you can take today towards your goal. It could be as simple as writing down your goal, doing some research, or reaching out to someone for advice. The key is to make it manageable and achievable, so you can build momentum and gain confidence, and remember, it's okay to make mistakes along the way. Each misstep is an opportunity to learn and grow, not a reason to give up. So there you have it, 3 practical steps to shift your energy. Practicing mindfulness, setting goals, and taking action. It may not always be easy, but remember, just like climbing a mountain, it's about focusing on each step, not the potential obstacles. And with each step, you're not just moving away from worry, you're moving towards creation. Every step you take towards your goals is a step away from worry and towards creation. So take that step today. You've got this. And hey, don't forget to enjoy the journey. You're creating something amazing after all. What happens when you successfully shift your energy? Imagine a river. For years, it has been flowing in the same direction, carving out a familiar path. But what if the course of this river changes? Initially, it might be chaotic, but eventually it settles into a new rhythm, carving a new path, and perhaps even leading to a more beautiful landscape. That's exactly what happens when we shift our energy. When you start focusing on what you can create, instead of what you cannot control, the first thing you notice is a surge in productivity. You're no longer stuck in the rut of worry and anxiety. Instead, you're actively engaging with your environment, your work, your relationships. You're crafting, shaping, and building. You're becoming a creator, and the act of creation is intrinsically rewarding. Next, you'll see an improvement in your mental health. The constant worry, the anxiety that gnaws at you, begins to recede. You're no longer a passive observer, helplessly watching things unfold. You're in the driver's seat, steering the course of your life. This sense of agency, this feeling of control, is incredibly empowering. It's a balm for the mind, easing stress and promoting a sense of well-being. And then comes the joy of creation. The satisfaction of seeing something come into existence because of your efforts is unparalleled. It could be a piece of art, a piece of writing, a business, or even a relationship. The act of creation brings with it a sense of accomplishment, a feeling of fulfillment that is deeply satisfying. But the impact of this energy shift isn't confined to you alone. It radiates outwards, touching the lives of those around you. Your increased productivity, your improved mental health, your joy of creation, all of these create a positive environment that benefits others too. So the next time you find yourself worrying about things beyond your control, remember the river. Remember that you have the power to change the course of your life. Shifting your energy not only transforms your life, but also those around you. So are you ready to stop worrying and start creating? We've journeyed through the power of focus, the art of shifting energy, and the practical steps to make that shift. We've seen how this energy shift can have a transformative impact. But remember, this is not a one-time deal. It's a continuous process, a habit to be nurtured. Think of it as a journey, not a destination. Every day, choose to focus on what's within your control. Channel your energy into creating, not worrying. Use the practical steps we've discussed as your roadmap. Remember, the power to shift your energy is in your hands. You have the potential to create, to transform your life and those around you. So what's your first step going to be? Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. It's free and an easy way to support our channel. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your support. Let's stop worrying and start creating.